Good morning, church and visitors. My name is Alesh. I hope that I don't have to introduce myself at length. But just for those who don't know me, my name is Alesh, and I have been a member of Newbold community for nearly last 14 years. So I was asked to give my testimony, and I'll try to do that in a concise manner, and I hope it makes some impression on some of you. When I was thinking about writing this testimony, it's always hard for me to put things down on paper. And I realized it's kind of easy to pinpoint the beginning, but it seems that it all started back in the early 90s. I was in my early 20s. I'm coming from Slovenia, Europe. And personally, I was going through, kind of a inner questioning, plus country was also going through turmoil from being a socialist, communist country, transitioning into the capitalist system, so things were not ideal. So I was looking for something more, but I did not know what it is. So it's really a tough place to be. You know something needs to change, but you do not know how or where to seek that. I was working as it started with kind of a longing, and I decided at some point that I'm going to go a bit outside of the borders of my small country, and I embarked on a solo bike trip. This was the first time I came to this country. It was back in '95. Really fond memories. I cycled not because I wanted to be in England, but my main destination was Ireland. So that was about a 5-week journey, and I really got a nice taste, what it means to be outside my country, and just to broaden my horizons. But I came home, and after 5 weeks, and I thought, something else has to happen. This was not enough. Something has to change. At that time, I was working in a nice company, got a decent salary, and one day I was approached if I would want to have kind of a full-time permanent position, which at that time, when the situation economically was really bad, everybody would grab that opportunity, and I was a bit scared. For the first time, I felt scared, and I said no. And everybody was shocked, and he said, let's just go home, sleep over, and next day you're going to give us the proper answer. So next day I came, and I said, the answer is still no, and I'm also quitting. And everybody looked at me funny, but I was really afraid to continue on the job. I felt I would be forever stuck on the job, and this will be my life. So, because I quit the job, I had to look for another job, and that's how I ended up working on a cruise ship. I ended up in California, working on the Royal Caribbean, just to gain experience, go outside my country. Still did not know what I was really looking for. And that's things started to change. I met my then future wife, my wife-ish. Now, why is this so important? Not just from love relationship, but also she was Seventh-day Adventist. I was not. I never had any affiliation with Christianity, even though my father was, should I say, a lapsed Catholic, and he would go maybe, I don't know, once a year to the church, maybe on Christmas, but we had no religious upbringing at home. So that short friendship with Ish soon kind of came to a conclusion, because it only lasted for a month on a cruise ship. I had to finish my employment and went home. We both went our different paths. But then again, we met in UK when she came to work as an au pair. Now, this was, again, expanded her expanded circle of friends here in UK were also Adventist, and for the first time, I think it was in Central London Church that I actually attended Sabbath services. So, and I got to living with Adventists. I got a little bit more of an insight of of things of Christianity. However, again we went both our separate ways, and then it was, we ended up in America where Isha's two brothers live in New York. And it was in America that I actually was invited by her to the church when there was a Net 2000. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but these are prophecy seminars that were going on through satellite link, and it was all streamed via Chicago. So, from Chicago, sorry. And there was a 5-week seminar which I attended, and I was very fond of it because it was all to do with history, and it was always, history was my subject, so I was really drawn to it. Now, after those 5 weeks, I became fully convinced that the Bible is the Word of God, and anything can be trusted and depend on it. However, it took me probably another year, full year. I studied Bible on my own, and before I committed myself, I was baptized back in 2001. That was in Astoria Queens Church. For those of you who do not know, it's also built from the ex-Yugoslavian community. It's a very nice community, small church, but diverse. So, upon that, I entered into some kind of a volunteer position. It was a ministry in a greater New York area. We had the outreach. We would go with it's called van ministry, or better said, it was called van ministry, because I'm not sure if it exists any longer. We would go on the streets of New York with vans. We would park vans and put the signs out there and do the free blood pressure screening for people and distributing literature at the same time. So people would come on the van, you would check their blood pressures, ask them about their health. If the blood pressure was not okay, you say, you have to watch out. And you would give them some health advice. And if you see that they were very open, you would also talk spiritual matters. It was a very nice experience. And after a couple of years, at my volunteer position in van ministry, myself and Ish got married. That was in 2003. And we started our own journey. We had a nice flat overlooking Manhattan in Brooklyn. We really got cozy, and just at that time, we realized that God had a different plan for us. And it was a call for me to study theology, which regrettably, I must say, not only I didn't like it, I resisted it actively for a number of years. And then kind of entered personal crisis, understood that either it's God's way or I'll be on my own. I answered the call, and that's how we ended up at Newbold College. Now, Newbold College itself was a mixed experience because academic life was intertwined with challenges of student life and personal growth. And yeah, good years, I must say. And back in 2009, we were blessed. Our son was born, which in 2 weeks' time he will turn 10, so time really flies. And yes, I think we reached a time when we know that it's ripe for change again, so we're looking forward for a new step in our journey. Thank you.